Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Talon. Today I'm going to be giving you guys 5 of the most important tips for climbing to your new peak rank in Wild Rift. With the new season coming, I thought it'd be a good time to kind of start mentioning you guys some important things I think you need to do to just climb faster in general. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so the first important thing to note is your champion pool for Wild Rift, and I have made a video on this in the future about creating a champion pool, so if you're interested in more details on that, check it out. But to essentially summarize it, the most important things about champion pool are having a relatively small champion pool of about 2 to 3 champions so that you can really master these champions. To use myself as an example, for this next season, I'm really planning on playing a lot of Jace, Fiora, Camille, and some Xin Zhao probably. Those are going to be like some of the main ones that I grind. And the reason that I think it's really important to have this small amount of champions is just because it allows you to be very consistent and to understand the matchups of your champion and all of these really important factors that you just need to take into account, rather than trying to focus on so many different things. And then again, check out my video if you guys are interested in trying to build your champion pool of 2 to 3 champions to make it very effective. Okay guys, so the next important thing that I think you guys should work on to climb is mental. And I know it's kind of silly, right, talking about mental rather than actual gameplay things, because I'm sure you guys all think, right, maybe it's just my teammates' fault. If I just get better at the game or whatever, I can carry them. I don't need to have good mental, I just need to play better. And I understand this thought process, but if you're tilted or you're angry or you're blaming others, it's really hard to improve. It's really hard to play well because you're focusing on so many other factors. My stream is honestly a great example of this. If you ever watch my stream, you can tell when I'm blaming my teammates, when I'm getting mad, when I'm tilted, when I'm having a bad day. I play worse, I lose more games, and it's just overall less fun to play. We lose more, you know, it happens to everyone. I 100% do this as well. So, you know, a lot of people do it, but overall, if you're just able to, when you can, focus on yourself, focus more on how you could help your team win, and don't just give up after a couple things goes wrong in a game. Because honestly guys, like, I literally lost a game today where I think I was like 14-3 and like 12 because we just made one throw at Elder Dragon. I missed a smite on Elder Dragon and we just lose the game, where it's like the entire game we're hard winning the game. There's no chance that the enemy team should ever be able to win. We even scale better than them and everything, but then me, the jungler, I make one mistake and we just lose. So just having that mental, having the capability to just realize just because a couple things go wrong does not mean that you're going to lose the game. And then when you do feel yourself getting tilted, taking a break is really important. Again, this is something I do a terrible job of. I do not take breaks like I should. Usually I stream longer when I'm tilted, which is a horrible idea, guys. Definitely don't play the game when you're not having fun. Just if you're having fun and you're not blaming your teammates, you're focusing on improving, you are going to climb more, as dumb as it may sound. Okay guys, and the next thing is patience, and this can be seen as a lot of different ways. Of course, having patience in the actual game is important, but I more mean patience towards improvement. So whatever rank you guys are currently in, whether you want to hear it or not, you are in that rank because that's your skill level. If you're diamond, it's because you're just as good as the other diamond players for the most part. You know, obviously there's exceptions, but generally you're in the rank you deserve to be in. I know some people don't agree with that, but that's what I believe, and that's what I think everyone should believe. So if you're whatever rank you're in, guys, you're in that rank because of your skill, and if you want to get out of that rank, you need to obviously improve more to get out of that rank. Doing this is not going to just take a day. You know, you can't just magically apply whatever concepts I teach you guys in my videos, or whatever concepts any other good YouTuber or good challenger player teaches you in their videos, guys. It's not going to work like that. You slowly have to build up these habits, and you have to have patience. This means not switching roles every day because you think, oh, I can't win on my role because my role is weak. You can win on any role. Be patient, focus on improving in that role, and eventually, even if it takes a month, even if it takes 2 months, 1 week, however long it'll take you guys, it will happen if you're consistently focusing on improvement rather than flip-flopping, switching roles, you know, trying to find that one key fix. There's no key fix. I'm giving you guys 5 important tips on improving. These 5 tips aren't the only 5 tips, guys. Just because you do these 5 things well does not mean you're going to climb. That's not how it works. There's so many different parts of this game. It's not possible to improve with just a couple small things. So you need to have patience. You need to build up these habits. You need to learn a lot of different small details about the game, and really, like, be patient. Understand it's going to take time to climb. Don't switch roles, don't do these things. Just focus on improving, and just really, like, even guys, just give it a full season of just focusing on improvement, focusing on whatever role or champions you guys decide to play, and just, you'll see it might not in the first month work out. It might take you time, but in the long run it will definitely be more useful for you guys. And if you can take anything away from this video, I really recommend that you take that away. I myself, honestly guys, I was stuck Grandmaster for like over a year before I ever even started streaming or making YouTube videos. I was stuck in Grandmaster ever since like the second season the game was out in North America. I think for like 3 or 4 seasons, something like that. I was stuck in Grandmaster. I could never get out. I would blame my teammates. I would switch roles. I played a ton of different roles, ton of different champions, ton of everything. Nothing really worked for me until I just started streaming. I started spending a lot more time on the game, focusing on improving, focusing on really like building all these different habits up. And even then guys, it took me, I don't know the date, like how long, but probably 3, 4, 5 months until after I started streaming that I even hit Challenger for the first time. So like it really does take time guys, and it's not going to be a quick thing. So you're going to have to invest time and energy and effort, and you know, be very patient. So I know that was kind of a long like rambling, but I really think you guys should need to understand this. So I really wanted to stress how important this tip is. Okay guys, and the next important tip is consistency. In my games in solo queue or in duo queue or any type of queue, I really value consistency in terms of making the play that you know is guaranteed to work. So when I apply this to, for example, the jungle role, that means not forcing ganks when I don't see good gank opportunities, only going for ganks I know have a high chance of working out, otherwise just farming and focusing on myself. So very consistent play styles are, again, playing these similar champions is going to help you be more consistent. Making the plays that you know are guaranteed, which is farming, taking turrets, taking jungle camps, taking objectives rather than playing for kills and just going in ARAMing in mid lane. Just valuing consistency in your games in every aspect that you can is going to be very important if you guys do want to climb. And then the final tip for today's video guys is going to be problem solving. So once again, I'm very focused on improvement when I'm giving you guys these types of tips. I have plenty of gameplay things that you can watch in my various YouTube videos if you're interested in specific gameplay stuff. But for like concepts or things that are important to learn to improve, problem solving is a big one, where if something goes wrong in your game, guys, try to objectively analyze what happened. And for me, when I play a game, if I die or I make a mistake and we lose, usually my first instinct is to blame my teammates. It's not to blame myself or to look what I did wrong. And if you guys are this way too, that's okay. You can blame your teammates when the game happens. Just think about it 20 minutes later or 5 minutes or however long later after the game, and then think about it then, and then you can figure out what you think you could have actually done better. So maybe you miss a smite and you blame your teammates for not like zoning for you, like zoning the jungler for you. So maybe this is your teammate's fault, but then it's okay to blame them. But once you go 10, 20, 30 minutes after that game, you can start to think about, what could I have done better? Could I have just turned with my team and tried to kill this guy instead of like going for the 50-50? Should I have just timed my smite better with my other abilities? Like, think about these things. They don't have to be right after the game, because I understand, you know, sometimes you're tilted and all these things, but eventually trying to go back and figure out the key moments that kind of led to your losses is really important. So again, other scenarios like this would be looking at your deaths and stuff. So for example, if you think you're dying a lot, if you just look at your stats, or you have a low KDA, or you have low gold per minute, or any of these stats that you can look at, or you just feel like you're losing a lot in mid game or late game or whatever, try to really focus on that part of your gameplay. Like, focus really hard on, again, whatever aspect of your game you think it is you need improvement on, and then just kind of ask yourself questions and try to lead yourself in the direction of solving that, because unfortunately there's not going to be a YouTube video for every unique scenario you guys have. You have to have confidence in yourself to really like be able to analyze your own mistakes and figure them out. I can help you guys along the way, try to give you guys some information from YouTube videos. A lot of other YouTubers can do this as well, but in the end, there's going to be some unique scenarios that you're going to really need to kind of, you know, improve on yourself. And to do this, you're going to need to be able to objectively analyze your own gameplay. If not, again, right after the game, you can do it a day after, whenever you want. Just in general, analyzing your games and trying to think about these different things based on what's going wrong or when you're losing your games is going to be very effective for climbing. And so that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's a bit rambly. I'm kind of just giving my thoughts on improvement. It's not the most structured video. There's just these 5 things that I think is important to improve on. Again, champion pool, mental, patience, consistency, and problem solving are 5 of the most important things to improve. Once again, I want to reiterate, there's many more things to do. I have plenty of YouTube videos on various topics, and again, there's plenty of other YouTubers you could check out to figure these things out. But I think if you guys start to look at these 5 things, you will improve in your games and you will be able to start climbing. So good luck in your games in climbing, guys. Good luck in the new season, and I'll see you guys in the next video.